Hi, I'm Peggy,
I'm Laura.
and we are
Urban
Urban
Booze. Got my black
Boo.
sparkly shirt on today.
Yeah, I see you do. See you
Hmm.
do. And look, welcome for those who've been following us. Thank you, thank you. And for those of us who have just found us, welcome to you too. And how come you haven't found us sooner?
Been
we've
here
been
a minute. We have
we've
been
been
here a
around
minute.
for about a year, kind of delving into things. But you know what? Just as a reminder, we want to kind of let you know who we are and why we did this. First and foremost, Laura and I are friends. We've already established that. And one of the things that kind of led to this is that I wanted to really expand my palate. I'm thinking to myself, I'm 50 plus and I'm still dumb, okay, about drinking. And then I would only drink one thing. And then I felt kind of left out because and then a little intimidated because I haven't tried anything. So I would talk to Laura, who would say,
And
"Oh yeah, girl,
I don't know that much more than
but
Peggy.
she
I'm
knows more than me."
like that much more. It's like, what's this? Well, stay away from the brown liquor. That's what we were taught, right? It's
Yeah,
spirits, so you don't want any of that. You're not going to ingest any of that. And I was like, wait a minute. There's this whole bit of
it's a whole
information.
world,
We were alcohol curious, and we were like, let's find out about this.
right? And that's
We're
really
adults. Why don't we know?
exactly why don't we know? And that's what really led to this conversation. We're not sommeliers. We're not trying to get certified.
Nope.
Okay. What we want to do, we want to enjoy what's out there because it all can't be bad, you know.
Right.
And by the way, of course, I was a little tainted because I had two people in my family, God rest their souls, but they were both flaming alcoholics. So that scared me. So there we have it. This is how we have come to Urban Booze, and we hope that you find this as interesting because we are, as Laura said, we're alcohol curious, and we do, and we're bringing up stuff that's interesting to us, and we hope that it's interesting to you.
Right. So click like and subscribe if you want to know what's going on with us, what we're trying this week, because we are always trying something and we're always thinking, what does it go with our food? And our
Exactly.
food is diaspora food, all of it.
Exactly. And so, with that in mind, we're going to jump into this week's show, which has a lot to do with this really cool calendar I found called the Boozy Social Calendar. And January 17th happens to be Hot Buttered Rum Day. Which I have right here.
Well, mine looks different than Peggy's, and
And
there's
it's
you know
different
why.
for a reason, and we'll go
Mm-hmm.
into that in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and
Love
what
the vine
hot
though.
buttered rum is? Hot buttered rum is a hot mixed drink containing rum, hot water, or hot cider. It has roots that goes deep before the American Revolution, and it was popular because rum was so darn plentiful then. In fact, I found out that 1/5 of the economy during the Revolution was rum.
Uh huh.
And okay, and there's no reason, and the reason why it was cheap. And I'm going to quote what I saw what it said because I standard in trading triangle, stating in the trading triangle, which was
Mm-hmm.
slaves, molasses, and rum. And
And
when you
rum.
put those all
Mm-hmm.
together, you get a whole lot of rum being made. Cheap labor, cheap product.
This was the whole.
Yeah,
This was the original white powder trade.
yeah,
And, this got the whole the diabetes industry going. But
yeah.
I don't
Well,
want to get into that.
let's not get into that. But yeah. And just a little background: rum is made from molasses. Okay, of course, and molasses is made from sugar. And as we all know, sugar was grown centuries ago on with British possessed Caribbean islands.
And French and
Well,
Spanish, they all had it.
well, I'm reading what was said. It didn't say French or Spanish. Obviously, British possessed Caribbean islands. That's what it says in the notes. And we're
Okay.
sure from that, at each of the islands, there was French who eventually got there in Spanish. So the sugar
The
was
French
already
was there, the
established.
Spanish was there. All of them were had them out there
Absolutely.
cutting cane.
But it was started by the British, and everyone followed suit. So when molasses was brought to America, it was made into rum. And okay, you know what they say. Now I'm reading now about alcohol. Lots of it was consumed. They consumed a lot. They
They
use
paid the sailors in alcohol. It kept them stupid.
right. Well, it offset the cold because in dealing with the weather, they didn't have insulation as we, now enjoy.
Hmm.
And of course, to make it even that much more, ideal to drink, they said it was nutritious and added strength to the body.
Hmm.
So with that, y'all, here is hot buttered rum. And what I did was I did and hopefully I will show it to you. Really, the butter part of it is butter, cloves, cinnamon, and nutmeg mixed into a butter mixture with honey and molasses. You take 2 tablespoons of that. You pour in like a half a cup of water with 2 ounces of rum. And here is mine. I have a cinnamon stick in here, but here it is. There it is. I found it. But let me taste it. Hmm.
Well, I can see how it was a healthy drink in those days. If you think about it, you've got water that was probably clean from the boiling.
Well, they said that the water was unhealthy, so that's why they encourage drinking rum.
Rum, right? But then if you're doing the whole hot buttered and you're putting honey in it, you're putting other and the cloves and all of these things in it to make it better. And then you've got the rum too. I don't like. I've got a whole thing happening with me because I am a grown woman now, a woman of color, and dairy just doesn't sit right with me. I will cook with butter. There's no way I'm gonna drink butter. My body is just like no, no. It does the same thing when I think chocolate and fruit. I don't like it. So
Well,
what
you
I
don't
did
like
was
the thought of it. So she punked
even the
out and
thought
did
of it.
make hot buttered rum.
Well, what I made was a hot rum drink, which I used apple cider instead of water. I just used warm apple cider. I did the cloves. I did the cinnamon, but it was a honey crisp apple cider. Some fans out there will be pictures of
Hmm.
the type of apple cider. It's a lighter color and a different flavor. And I just used a little cinnamon, one clove because I only made enough to drink now, and then I
Hmm.
used my Bacardi spiced rum.
Right. I used Bacardi on it too because I do like the Bacardi dark. But what you have to think about, and obviously this is not a drink that's now served in the bars anymore because is laborious. You have to make this batter, and that's what they call it literally. And what they did during those times is they mixed it up and put it to the side because when they had people coming by and they would offer them this drink,
Mm-hmm.
they would put 2 tablespoons of this batter and mix it in. I got to tell you, I can't tell that it is butter in it. It
Hmm.
provides the creaminess, and obviously they didn't have half and half and cream there, so it added a cream element to it. I'm not going to tell you, oh my God, you could see feels like you're eating a bunch of butter. You don't taste it. You just kind of taste the creaminess, and it's also
It gives you
lovely
the
with the
richness.
allspice and the cinnamon. Yeah. So
Okay.
guess what? I think people who are on there, what was that? There's a diet. It's not keto. It's like I saw it on TV
Like
years
a
ago.
carnivore kind of thing,
I think
Atkins.
so. Like I think people who are carnivores would appreciate this because I actually saw somebody do something where they took organic butter and they put it in coffee. And at that point, I was like, ew, ew. But I was fascinated that this when I saw this recipe,
Mm-hmm.
and then I saw another YouTuber who did it, but she did what was wrong. She she put in the rum. She lopped in a whole bunch of butter, and I don't think she put any hot water in it, or maybe she did because mine did not look like hers. Because when I saw her, I was like, oh my God. But this is not bad if if you don't like cream, or half and half. It's interesting. And by the way, I read they said this is only done at home now because no bartender has been asked in years. It was popular in the 40s and it fell off after that. Probably because who the
But
heck is going to make
but
this
that also
batter?
seems like it's a coffee kind of drink
Mhm,
too.
mhm.
Yeah. See.
They called it coffee grog. I knew
Okay.
you made me think about it. They called it coffee grog.
Yeah. 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 I like my coffee, but
I
even with
get
my
it. I mean,
coffee, I would, like you said, I wouldn't put butter in my coffee. I've seen that.
mhm,
I've seen where they put the egg yolk in the coffee. I'm not drinking.
really.
Yeah, I'm not. It's a thing, but not a thing for me. I will have, a teaspoon of heavy cream in my coffee. I will have whipped cream in my coffee, but not a lot.
It's like a heavy cream. If you put it tastes like if you put heavy cream in it.
Okay.
That's the taste that I'm getting.
Okay.
Again, I'm not getting butter. I'm not
You're
getting
getting the
butter.
richness and the creaminess.
But
Right.
it didn't hurt that I made the batter like yesterday.
Oh, you let it sit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I have this thing about, preparing, and I wanted to taste the cloves and the allspice and the cinnamon and the nutmeg. And that is what I taste.
Yeah, one of the recipes that I saw called for vanilla, and I got a
I
feeling.
saw ice cream in place of the butter. I saw that too.
Okay,
Did you
I
see that?
I didn't see that. I saw vanilla in it, but when I'm thinking about, again, ice cream, I'm not gonna mix apple cider with that
Hmm.
kind of texture.
Hmm.
I don't do fruit and like tight sugary things.
But I like this. I mean, what is it's an old saying that came out here, it warms your cockles. I can see where on a hot night,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, cold night, it's cold,
Cold
you
night.
coming in
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, I just need something hot and I don't want coffee. I mean,
Right. That
I
makes
can
sense.
see how this was something that was consumed a lot
Mm-hmm.
during those times. It's
Especially
definitely
when you think about it, they couldn't get tea. They didn't really want caffeine. They really
tea was expensive, so hell
right,
no, no, people wasn't gonna mess with their tea. In fact, I heard that they locked up the tea, but they said, "You want some rum?"
right.
Really funny, really interesting, and it's interesting that even so, and it's not a drink that is that's even used anymore, at least not in the bars, that they still have this day, January 17th, Hot Butter Rum Day. Really
Well,
interesting.
yeah,
It's a curiosity. Not
yeah.
bad. Not to say that, oh, I'm gonna take this and put this in my rotation, but if I was short on some milk and I wanted some rum, I would definitely do it again because I really like the taste of it. If you like spiciness,
Mm-hmm.
the spices override the butter. I'm just gonna say that.
See, I'll do this again, but I think what's really making this is the Honey Crisp cider that I use, and
Mhm.
it's hot. So I
Okay.
have the hot cider, which is always nice. The cinnamon and cider is always nice. The rum, it just adds the heat, and it's
Mhm.
nice, but it doesn't. It's layered. It's a nice, and you can taste the different things.
Mhm.
But will it go in the rotation? I guess in a hot toddy kind of sense.
Yeah,
But
and
I
this
would
is almost like
not.
a precursor to the hot toddy because I did see that too.
Mm-hmm.
But interesting, tasty. I think because it's a quite a few ingredients, and I
Mm-hmm.
think it's also like potato salad. How people make their batter together
There
is
it
different.
is. You better be able to do it right.
Ex- yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. But it does call for 2 tablespoons of that batter. So yeah, it's like okay. It was a pleasant surprise because believe you me, this is a more inexpensive way of experimenting. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
unlike the past where we've tasted a couple things and bought a full bottle of $20 worth of something, and it
Right.
was horrible.
Well, I don't like this. Right.
Right.
$20.
This is just 8 ounces. I
Mm-hmm.
still love rum.
Mm-hmm.
I love all my spices. You know,
Right. And you can always put the butter to use. And it sounds like this is something you might want to put in your coffee.
or guess what? On my pancakes,
Ooh,
the
yeah.
batter. Can you
The
think
butter.
butter, allspice, cloves, cinnamon, nutmeg?
Right. That batter won't go to waste.
Oh no. I only made a small amount. I only made a small amount. So it was like, okay, it's not going to go to waste. I can definitely see me doing it because the rum, I use the aged rum. I am really leaning on the dark aged rum.
Yeah, I like this. But this is not I like this, but I had to leave the room barbecue downstairs.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I had to use the Bacardi. You see how much is in here now, but
Hmm.
the other one's got even less. I need to pick some up.
I love the Bacardi Black. I even, you know what this would be good with? Remember that Kraken rum, that spiced rum?
We drank ours.
That was good.
It was good, but it was just good with ginger ale.
Yes, that dark and stormy. That
Hmm.
well, the what with ginger beer and the Kraken, as I like that too.
That was just
I think I'm gonna go out and buy me a big thing of Kraken. Right? I just bought the $1.99 one that you found in the hood, which is and see, and this is a beautiful thing. It's like I guess the messaging is, look, if you're not sure of something, go in your neighborhood liquor store and just get the small one.
Right. Get the get the ones that all the crackheads are lining up. Because here's how they do the liquor stores in my neighborhood. There's the part where the guys, they only want a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and then you walk past them if you want to go in and get a full bottle of something, or you want to
Mhm,
see a different bottle of wine, or they have
mhm,
good stuff on the inside, and only
mhm.
some people get to go in there. Most of the guys are just lined up outside,
That's
and
sophisticated. Not in my hood. It's the plexiglass.
yeah, that's what I mean. It's the plexiglass,
But you don't
and
get to go in my neighborhood. Like the
oh,
way I went with you to Notion One. So yes, that is beautiful. It's like those who has more of a sophisticated palate and have specific things that they want, they can walk in and be helped. And mine is like I had to stand out there with the rest of the hood. And I was just like, give me my liquor so I could get out of here.
yeah, really. But they're over there. But that's where all the little trial sizes
That's
are.
where you can find all the trial sizes from. So, I guess the moral of today's story is, you know what?
Mhm.
Try it. You don't have to make a big investment, but you guess
Right.
what? You might just like it.
You might like it, and you can go back later and get a larger one.
Sure. And so, we were just here as we always do every week. We try something different. We're gonna really in 2021 look at this boozy calendar, and we're gonna follow some of that. So that will be fun. In addition to just whatever we're alcohol curious about,
That's right.
right? So,
So there's
if if you like what we're doing, if you have something to say, if you don't like what we're doing, comment, let us know. Let the YouTube analytics gods of the world
mhm.
let them know that this is content that is interesting so that we can, start trending. Or, if it's not what you like, let us know because,
Leave the
look,
comments below. Say, hey, look, why didn't you try this? And then
make a
maybe we'll try.
suggestion.
Right. Suggest something. We'll try it.
Yeah, we'll try it, and we will always, Laura and I always really try to find something, especially now during the pandemic, affordable.
Right. Right. It has to be pandemic budget friendly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you
And
know.
what that means is $25 or less.
Hmm.
And because look, we're all budgeting. So, we'd love to hear from you. We again thank you that if you gotten to this part, thank you. You are enjoying our conversation. And
Hmm.
if that's the case, Laura always says to remind you to hit that notification button
Hit the notification button, click like and subscribe. Okay.
and say something. Because
Right.
right now we are covering what we're curious about,
Right.
and
But we want to try new things.
always want to try new things. Always looking to find ways to try new things. So until next, oh, and by the way, we are going to start doing something a little different. We're going to start on Fridays doing a live, and we're going to talk about on Friday, along with our favorite cocktail of that moment. We'll talk about that night in Miami.
One Night in Miami, the Regina King movie. We're very excited. Can't wait to see it. So if you want, join us because it is a YouTube live that we do. We're going to watch the movie. We're going to talk about the movie, what we liked, what we didn't like while we have a cocktail.
Exactly. So
Join us,
until
a movie and a cocktail. Okay?
a movie and a cocktail, I think that's probably what we're going to call it. So until next time, guys, this is Urban Boost signing off.
And as usual, we're enjoying what's good. Sip
Sip,
by
I
sip.
sip.
Bye.
Cheers.